Hi, my name is Carlo Sims Jr., also known as Carlos Devone, and my more creative outlets. And I am a roaster, musician, poet, dad, all that.
How are you doing? It's been a minute.
I know. I'm doing well. It has been a minute. Trying to survive just like everybody else, I feel like. So,
Yeah.
doing well though.
Glad that you're moving to Hawaii.
I am. Yes.
What
August 16th.
all
We bought our
right.
tickets. Yeah.
Wow. That's what precipitated that move? What made you decide to do that?
Ooh, a number of things. Hawaii has a really dope coffee culture that I don't think a lot of people know about. Um, yeah, it's one of the only places in the U.S. that actively grows and produces coffee. And so yeah, thinking about for our company, want to be a company that goes from the ground, from production to service. It just kind of made sense for us. I'm also a pastor too, and I want to start a church out there. So that was part of it as well. Um, but when I thought about kind of my passions culminated together, it just Hawaii made sense. And for the past 5 years, we've just really been learning the culture, learning about the hurt that's happened there, and just really want to enter into it. So
Good for you. Good for
yeah,
you. So
thanks.
you're going to be
Thank you.
bringing Happy Home coffee roasters out there.
Yep. That's the plan at least. We bought tickets, so we're kind of like we put our feet out there. So um, that's the whole. We're working out the logistics right now. So yeah,
Nice. Well, yeah. Would
yeah.
you tell me a little bit more about Happy Home Coffee Roasters? Because kind of what I want to do with this like video session, I'm doing a couple with people who
Mhm.
have work in the zine, just as a
Mhm.
way to like. I wanted to basically showcase the people whose art is in the zine in a way that
Mhm.
like they can also get paid more, and then
Yeah.
the coffee people community can do Christmas shopping and stuff like that within the people who are artists that we already know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me more about Happy Home.
Yeah. I appreciate it. This first of all, thank you. Seriously, like what you're doing is really elevating the coffee game. So and the community. So appreciate you on
Okay.
that. Yeah. So yeah, Happy Home. We are a small business owned by me and my wife. She does a lot more behind the scenes stuff with finances and stuff, but definitely couldn't do that without her. Um, but we started kind of like a lot of coffee professionals who start their own businesses from really bad experiences in coffee.
Hmm.
And so what we wanted to do was I wanted to create a company and a product that provided joy and belonging. That's our tagline. So, right, we want to cultivate joy and belonging. So, coffee is just a natural gatherer of people. And so, um, as a person who has experienced the joys of community, like, I just was like, this makes complete, total sense to create a product and a company that can foster healthy relationships. And so when I look at um, Happy Home, we source ethically. We're trying to source ethically. We're trying to work with farmers directly. Trying to really recognize that as my business grows, like I have the opportunity to help people abroad as well in our practices. And so what you'll get from us in our coffee is we are specialty coffee. Like we have keep hold the standards of specialty coffee, but we also want to break the mold as well. So like on our website right now, we have reusable K cups, and right now we're this is I guess first time I'm announcing this, but we're working with Steep Coffee
All right.
to get Steep Coffee bags just to make specialty coffee more accessible.
Yeah.
So growing up in the all black community, like it was like dark roast, like that's just what you do. And
Mhm.
so what we're seeing is like instead of being like holding this high like view of coffee in this ivory tower, what we want to do is we want to say, hey, like we recognize that people are diverse, people's tastes are diverse. So how can we meet people where we are? And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to roast excellent coffee, provide excellent service, Once we get our mobile coffee cart back up and running, like we want to be able to provide excellent drink services, but do so in a way that makes people feel loved and cared for, no matter who you are, who you love, all that stuff. And so yeah, we want to make really dope coffee, and we want to like leave you. We want to leave when people have our coffee or our drinks or our experiences. Like we want them to walk away being like, man, like my life is better because I met these people. And so that's how we measure success. Honestly, like numbers, obviously we got to meet margins and whatnot, but at the end of the day, if we're not creating joy and belonging in our customers, then I think we failed. So yeah, that's what we're all about.
That's
So any
beautiful.
other questions you're
Yeah.
welcome. So
Yeah. I mean, joy and belonging are things that in this world we just need more of, and people are always searching and always trying to find more of that. So I think that's beautiful that you're bringing it to the people.
we're trying. Yeah, we're trying. It's a daily fight and grind, but it's like it's one of those things. People see our like wrongly see our name and see Happy Home, and just like we recognize that not everyone comes from a home that is happy. I don't come from a home that's happy. And so, but you know, wherever you feel like you have a place of belonging, like that's what we consider home. And so, yeah, we really want that coffee to be a place where people can cultivate those relationships to bring that happiness. So
That's great. I
yeah,
love that. Well, I want to talk about your piece in the zine, because you wrote
yeah,
it's just a little haiku.
yes. I wrote that actually in my last shift at a coffee shop. I was kind of jumping into pre-COVID, and my life was just changing, and those words just kind of came to me as a reminder. I keep it. It's in one of my books here
Somewhere.
somewhere. It's like a bookmark for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Would you read it?
yeah. It says, as the seasons change from one degree to the next, I dwell secure still. Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful, and especially like with COVID, things are just changing over and over and back and forth, and we don't know what's going on. But yeah, would you tell me a bit more about what that
Yeah.
means to you?
Yeah. I was this morning. I got up and watched the sunrise, and I'm in Michigan for about a year while we wait and prepare for Hawaii. But I mean, I'm super spiritual, and so like really where it came from, it was like my life was changing so much. I left my salaried job with benefits as a GM of a coffee shop because I was like, I'm definitely being tokenized here. I'm definitely like in the most toxic work environment that I've ever been in. And my wife's pregnant with our third child, and all these things are happening that I just wasn't expecting. And yet the seasons were continuing to change as if like nothing happened.
Mhm.
And so it was just a really good time for me to sit back and be like, okay, God, like my life is like, excuse me, I don't mean to, can I curse for a
Yeah,
sec?
please.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was like, man, my life feels like a complete shit show right now. And like I'm losing relationships and falling out, but I look outside and like everything is continuing as if nothing's happening. And so for me, it was just a reminder that, okay, life is chaotic right now, but God is still in control. And you might not understand, but like you are still secure. Who you are as a person is not defined by what's happening to you. And so it was just, yeah, really, really helpful for me. And I honestly, I've been wanting to submit that poem to Coffee Zine for a minute, but I just kind of was like, I don't know. I guess I was nervous or whatnot, and I just felt like COVID and then like the whole emphasis on Black art and Black creativity kind of came at the right time, and I was like, okay, I need to release this. And so, yeah, my hope is that it's been helpful for anybody. Yeah, feel free to reproduce it. that's where it came from, a very personal spot. And so
Yeah.
right now is the perfect time to be reminded that, seasons change, but, you know, COVID, may come and go, or it may be here for a little bit longer, but who you are as a person, who you are as an individual, like, it's not defined by the things that you're doing or the things that you can't do. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That kind of also reminds me, because I was looking at your website and you're also a musician. I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah. I do a little music here and there.
Here and there, you have like full albums.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I'm a super creative person. I'm a 4 on the Enneagram, so if that tells you anything, it's just
Individualist.
like, yeah,
You got to be different.
yeah, gotta be. Can't just be a coffee roaster.
No, you got to do it all. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So you have like music. People can buy your coffee. People can support your music.
Mhm.
People can support. I saw there's a donate button on there as well on your
Mhm.
website.
Yeah.
Help
Yeah.
you what you do.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a little bit more about your music and like what
Mhm.
your influence is? Because it's pretty clear when you listen to it. But
Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah, I feel like I had a really, really impactful spiritual awakening when I was in college. And my music is kind of a reflection of that. My latest EP, or a little mixtape, I think I put out, it's called These Dry Bones Will Sing. And again, kind of from the same um in, I guess influence of life is really hard. I feel completely dry and withered. And there's a verse in the Old Testament in Ezekiel where so I mean to preach here, but the prophet Ezekiel is like in this valley. It says he's in this vision, he's in this valley of dry and dead bones. And God kind of rose up on him and is like, can these dry bones live? Rhetorically, like, can these dry bones live? And the prophet's like, well, I can't do it, but you can. And like the drop of a hat, like these dry bones begin to like get these ligaments and flesh, and but they're still not alive until like God's spirit breathes into them. And I don't know, it was like this weird thing of like I feel like in some ways I feel broken and battered, but God still seems super present. And so it was just a mixtape of just songs that I just have fun with. And anyway, so it's like despite my circumstances, I'm still gonna sing. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
great.
that's kind of where my music comes from, and it's very far and few in between that I make them because again, new business, 3 kids under
Yes,
5, like,
you're busy.
yeah, I'm busy a little bit. So
Uh,
yeah, I appreciate you asking that. That's yeah, it's encouraging.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant music. I mean, do you
Oh,
do
thank
all
you.
the instrumentation as well, or do you work with people who do that?
So in 2017, I released a full length record that I produced with 3 other guys, and we just sat in a room for 4 days with instruments and we just created it. This last project I didn't, just because I ain't got time, so I kind of outsourced the production. But yeah, I love it. I love it. It's super encouraging to me, and maybe this may be an encouragement to release some more music. So we'll
Yes,
see.
you
Yeah,
should. It'll be interesting
thank
to
you.
see if moving to Hawaii gives you other influences, just like through your move, different things to sing
Yeah,
about, to write about, and
yeah,
other musical influences.
yeah, yeah. I love to do like a reggae island type type either record or songs, but
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll
that's
see.
awesome.
It'll be fun. So
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more. I
yeah,
also
me
wanted to
too.
ask about the photography on your coffee bags because it is so precious.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm a Enneagram 4, so I
Did
kind
you
of
take those
gotta.
photos?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah,
They're so precious.
yeah. Well, it's easy. My kids are like, they're like one of my greatest accomplishments. So
They're the cute.
um yeah, again, I just wanted to really emphasize the happy home theme, and legacy. You know what's funny is a lot of those pictures were going to be album covers. So
Yeah.
I have been storing them for like so long. I mean, there's one with my son eating bubbles that was like 3 years ago.
I love that photo. It makes me just want to like be outside with this kiddo,
Yeah,
just, like pick him up and like
yeah.
hug him and blow bubble. Oh God, it's so
He would love that
you
too.
can
He
feel it.
would freaking love that.
Uh,
But yeah, I wanted to just recognize and again, like, just kind of subtly be like, no, I am creating like this thing. I want to cultivate joy and belonging, building this business. But like, this is so that I can leave a legacy to my kids, and whether or not they pick up the business or not, like I'm making plans for me to pass it on to them. But just the legacy of entrepreneurship, the legacy of hey, like um, faithfully pursuing something that you love. Um, yeah, it's kind of all tied in there. So we're a family business. I'm a dad, I drive a minivan, love dad jokes. Like,
love it.
so that's just who I mean, with the, Matchbook Coffee project last month, that's why I
Yeah,
had fanny packs. Like, I have a fanny pack that I wear with diapers and wipes
gotta
in
be
it.
ready.
Like, you gotta be ready. So, yeah, I love those coffee bags. Shout out to my friend Cameron Fisher. He just got married, but he also is a super artistic dude who I sat down with like a year ago, and he just helped me like kind of visually roadmap the business, and
Mm,
that was one of his big suggestions is family photos will really help your brand. So
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, especially with the name of Happy Home and
hmm
bringing joy and belonging. Like, yeah, you want to cultivate that,
yeah,
bringing people in, and I think your packaging, the photos and the music definitely does that, and your
yeah,
poetry. So you're
yeah,
doing it.
yeah. Man, yeah, it's good. It's crazy, yeah, how it all kind of is coming together. But yeah, it's really fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, really fun.
So
So
so where can people buy your coffee and support your music?
yeah, so you can buy coffee at www.happyhomecoffee.com. You can learn more about our business. Um, we're really trying to get some wholesale accounts. So if you want your coffee, if you want our coffee in your cafe or coffee bar or even in like your break room or whatever, like we have a wholesale form. Let us know. We will be super flexible in working with you. Music can be found at www.carlosdevone.com, and that's CarlosDevone. Music's there. I think I have some articles, maybe some like I might have some talks I made at some churches and just a lot of things. It's just kind of like my creative dump.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Your
um,
place for all the creations.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So that's on a personal note. So yeah, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Is there anything else, other like creations or things you're working on that you want to talk about, share?
Right now we're trying to get our mobile coffee cart up and running.
And you said you're in Michigan. What city are you in?
I'm in Fenton, Michigan, so it's a small town, about an hour south of Detroit.
Is that where your
Um,
coffee cart will be?
it'll be yes, hopefully, and if we don't get it done by that time, then it'll be in Hawaii for sure. Um, but yeah,
What city in Hawaii are you moving to? What I'm
we're moving to the the west side of the Big Island, so the Kona side. And we don't know if we're gonna stay in Kona, or if we're gonna like travel more south or more north. But it's a small community, so we'll be around. So
Yeah.
hmm
Awesome.
yeah,
Great. Well, thank you for sharing with me and for everyone who's watching, because yeah, I think it's really cool to support you and your like the small batch family focused
hmm
roasting and also your music.
yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, this really felt the partnership and allyship in this release. It's so good.
It's
It's
such a
it's beautiful.
brilliant. Uh,
Yeah, you posted about like not being able to really dive into it because of the cover, and like seriously, it's been so hard to like stop looking at it or just so
Yeah.
Yeah, really good job on this article or this issue. So
Yeah. KP did the executive editor. She did a brilliant job. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
excellent. Kudos.
Yeah. Yay, KP. Super thankful for her. So yeah, it's a great issue. And thanks for being a part of it.
Oh man, this was easy.
Yeah. Submissions are always open if you want to send more words or music or whatever. So
yeah, I saw that. I have more. So
awesome.
I'll be sending some soon. So
great. Well, thanks for chatting, Carlos.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Bye-bye.